All right, onto the rudder. Match drilled these through, number 11, 3/16. Put this together the way the instruction booklet said. Went outside here, cut this. I like to chamfer the corners. Makes it look cool and saves weight. And kind of following along with this, even though I had to zoom in, this got kind of complicated where it passes through that forward little U-clamp. But then we also have the rudder pulley system. So now I'm kind of figuring out what's different between our original manual and the new manual. So again, this is rudder return system upgrade. And it comes with this little cover, which is nice. And I'm going to work on that. So I took the control sticks out again to make some room to work on the rudder. And I had a couple of questions. One was that the stop tabs didn't hit the screw, and basically did some research and they say to just bend the tabs up. Some people put it in the upper hole. According to Randy, responded on one of the Facebook threads that the lower hole is better, and you should just bend these up. The other thing is, on this one for the elevator, the top hole is better, according to Randy, unless I got it backwards. So I drilled that one out and we're going to put it in there. And he also said to use a thick washer between the bell crank and the rod end, which is the piece that goes into the push-pull rod. Well, this was one of those evenings where you work a lot, but you don't have much to show for. Like I said, I took the control sticks out, ran these cables above it. This was really tight, so I did shave this tube down a little bit, so that was a good amount of work. Basically, took the rudder pedals out. Then I got this guy in, and this U-clamp, that's from the rudder cable return set. So I haven't installed that yet. I kind of just got myself situated with that and got all the hardware sourced for this. I have squeaky rudder pedals, which I don't like. I don't know if it's the pedals that's squeaking or it's not these tubes. I actually put some grease in there, but I'll get to the bottom of that. Anyway, spent several hours, but it kind of looks the same. So, but we have a rudder, and I think I'm gonna call it a night. Good night. Well, that calling it a night thing didn't happen. I started watching some videos and doing some research, and I put this thing together and I was trying to figure out like what to do with this. I really like this cover. I think it's a nice touch, but I was just watching a Clear Direct video, who Steve does an awesome job, thank you. But basically found out that there is no instructions, just figure it out. Easy enough. Put a couple of L brackets down there, drill the holes, put the clips in, put that in, but that's for later, nothing I have to do now. One thing that I'm not super happy with is that they want you to rivet this through the bottom floorboard. So once you rivet it here and you rivet it there, it makes getting underneath here completely impossible. Like at this point, I can unbolt the rudder pedals, even once it's riveted up front, and I can unbolt this and I can lift it up. Let's say I want to hide something under there. I'm just kidding. I don't know. So I'm actually thinking of putting nutserts here that you would unbolt 3 of them from underneath the plane. Not sure if that's legit, but I think it's a good idea. I would still rivet it here, because that way this piece can kind of lift up enough to get your hands underneath there. Check for rodents, I don't know, whatever. I just I'm not comfortable with the idea of closing it up forever, but maybe I'm overthinking it. So I thought about this a little bit more. I didn't actually look ahead, but I'm kind of guessing that once this is in, with the side panels, it may or may not even come out, so it's a non-issue, but I'll think about it some more. I did go ahead and drill all these out, got this thing set up, cables are nice and tight, and got this set up on the tangs here. The top, I use the middle, I have no idea where we're at as far as rigging goes. The bottom ones, this one going in, I used on the top row, the second one from the back, and then on the front one I used the top row, the back one, because there's only two, and that made it nice and tight. And then over here, I don't know how tight this is supposed to be, and I'm guessing, I don't know if this is enough, but maybe there should be a nut on the inside, but I have probably about 1/8 of an inch clearance there. Then I think I'm pretty much done with the rudder cabling, but while it was fresh in my head on how this goes together, I cut these. I believe it was 11 5/8. I did my nice little chamfer so it's nice. Then I match drilled those, and I opened them up to size 11, and then on the mating side I just put 30s here, which are gonna go into the floorboard. And why am I doing this now? Mainly to get rid of hardware and figure out where the hardware goes, so I don't have to worry about it later. Thinking takes me longer than building, so once I thought the thinking's done, I just build it. Good night. Oh, and another shout out to Steve at Clear Direct. I actually took a screenshot of this. I couldn't find it in the on the RANS website, but I guess I'm looking for the mating parts description, but I can figure out what goes where just from that picture. Funny though that you have to do that. Now I'm thinking about it, I put these screws in with the Tinman clips, but I might actually put nutserts in here to 10/32, and that way I can use the black 10/32 screws that I have for the baggage compartment for consistency of hardware. But again, fun to think. Correction, I keep calling these 10/32 bolts that I want to put in there to match the ones that are in the baggage compartment, but they're 8/32, and I have some black ones. Also, update, did find this on the newest parts guide. It's just in the very back. It's not listed. If you do a search for it, you just gotta keep looking. It's kind of towards the very end of the manual. But I think at this point, this will conclude the rudder section. I have not put this in, but we'll end this video here. And did start dabbling with the aileron cables, but I can only go to here. And thank you for watching. Hope it helps.